Welcome to the Deep Dive. We jump into complex topics to get you informed fast. Today we're tackling just one verse, Ecclesiastes 12.6. Now, most people think of it as, a sort of somber poem about aging and death. But what if it's more? Our sources suggest it's actually a very precise, step-by-step description of how the living soul deintegrates.
That's the core idea for this deep dive, exactly. We want to uncover let's say, the mechanics of dissolution. It's almost like creation running in reverse. And we'll do that by looking closely at those key metaphors. The silver cord and the golden bowl. What do they really signify?
Okay, let's unpack this then. First off, the translations are surprisingly different, aren't they?
They really are. If you look at the Hebrew Masoretic text, the original language, the silver cord, is described fairly gently. It's loosed, maybe removed.
Right, loosed. But then you get the Septuagint, the early Greek translation, and it uses anatropy.
Anatropy.
Which means overturned or subverted. That feels, much more forceful, like a definitive break.
It's a very different feel.
Yeah.
Yes. More violent undoing. And that difference carries right over to the golden bowl.
How so?
Well, in Hebrew, a gilla is, just a bowl. Could be an oil lamp bowl, something functional.
Okay, simple enough.
But the Septuagint, it swaps it for anthemion. That's a Greek architectural term.
Anthemion, what does that mean?
It refers to a floral ornament, often used as a finial, like the crowning decorative piece on a column or building, a crowning glory.
Wow, okay. So not just any bowl, it's the pinnacle.
Exactly. And our sources argue this isn't some mistaken translation. It's a deliberate theological choice. It suggests the destruction isn't just of the physical container, but of the human being's highest faculty, the spiritual peak.
That completely changes the meaning. It's not just parallelism, it's pointing to something specific being destroyed. So this is where it gets really interesting, right? How do these images, understood sequentially, connect to that tripartite model of the human being, the frame, soul, and spirit, or plasma, Psuche, Pneuma?
Precisely. The verse seems to lay out a very specific four-stage sequence of how things come apart. Stage one is the silver cord. This represents that vital link, the bond between the Pneuma, the spirit, and the soma psychikon, the soul-animated body.
So the cord connects spirit and body.
That's the idea. And it's severing or loosing or maybe even subverting, based on the Greek. That's stage one. This allows the spirit to be released. Just like the next verse, 12.7, says, the spirit returns to God. You even see it depicted, perhaps, with Stephen in Acts looking up as he dies.
Got it. Stage one, spirit released. What's stage two?
Stage two involves the golden bowl, or the anthemion in the Greek view. This stands for the plasma, the physical frame, but specifically the cranium, the head. It's seen as the precious vessel that housed the spirit, the Pneuma.
Ah, the crowning glory.
Exactly. So its crushing or breaking is stage two. This signifies the physical structure, the head collapsing or failing after the spirit, its precious content has already departed.
Okay, that makes sense sequentially. Spirit leaves, then the vessel breaks. What about the pitcher and the wheel, stages 3 and 4?
Right, the pitcher at the fountain and the wheel broken at the cistern. These represent the subsequent failure of the Psuche.
The Psuche, the life force.
Yes, the animating principle, the biological life force. Think of the pitcher and wheel as metaphors for the body's life-sustaining systems. Circulation, respiration, all the things that keep the biological machine running.
So stages 3 and 4 are the body shutting down biologically.
Correct. The cessation of biological function. The heart stops, breathing stops. And that leads ultimately to the body returning to dust, as the verse concludes.
So putting it all together, this interpretation shifts Ecclesiastes 12.6 dramatically. It's not just a collection of poetic images about decline.
Not at all.
It's a causal chain, a step-by-step process. Spirit links severed, head vessel crushed, life systems fail, body returns to dust. It's like ancient spiritual anatomy.
It really is. And what's fascinating is how that silver cord image persists, even if interpreted differently.
You mean outside of the original biblical context?
Yeah. Fast forward centuries and you find it in, say, Theosophy. They reimagined it as a literal astral cord, connecting the physical body to an astral body during out-of-body experiences, OBEs.
Oh, right. I've heard of that.
And people who report near-death experiences, NDEs, sometimes describe seeing a cord, often silvery, linking them to their body below.
So, while that's not what the original author likely meant.
Definitely not the original meaning. But it shows the metaphor has this enduring archetypal power It resonates as a way to conceptualize that mysterious connection between the non-physical self and the physical body.
That makes sense. It taps into something fundamental. So recapping our deep dive, just by carefully examining this single verse, Ecclesiastes 12.6, looking at the language, the sequence, we've uncovered this detailed map. It charts the entire arc of the living soul from its integrated state to its systematic dissolution.
From ancient text to a surprisingly detailed spiritual anatomy. Yes. And it leaves us with a thought maybe for you to consider. Isn't it remarkable how this ancient writing, when we really unravel it, provides such a precise, almost clinical framework? A framework for thinking about death, perhaps the ultimate mystery, and the unframing of our own consciousness.